right, it is Saturday, so the day before the show, so got a lot of prep to do. Last night, I spent my time making these, which just looks like a pile of junk right now, but it's stands made out of PVC for the scrims that are in this bag. I was gonna take a video of them up, and then I forgot to do it when I had them set up, just to make sure it would work. So I'll put a picture right now. Can you see the picture? Do you see it? Okay. Yeah, so that's what these are. These are all the pieces, just taped for convenience of moving. These are all the top parts, and then the base is one piece. And then it's tied with these little bungee things with a ball on it that I'm just wrapped around them for now to keep them nice and tight, but also just because we're gonna need them to hang them up. Yeah, so sadly we have this case here which had all of these in it, which I was hoping all the stuff would fit in, but it's too big. The stuff is just too long. It doesn't sit in there, and I don't want to fold it because then it'll have a nasty crease in it, and that won't look good. That was weird. Yeah, it'll have like a nasty crease in it when you actually go set it up then, so that's not ideal. So just have to make do. We also have shirts. Printed them, picked all this stuff up yesterday. Got shirts, so I'm gonna probably put those in there. But if it's only gonna be the shirts in there, it feels like a little bit of overkill. So I might use that suitcase that I was thinking about putting all our stuff in, but it's just been lying around, so use it for that, because other than this stuff, the shirts, and then I have all my laptop and all that stuff, but I'm gonna probably just put that in my backpack. I think that's all that I need to bring other than my kit. So yeah, I got a few things to do. I want to do one more run through of the set just to keep it tight, and then I'm gonna go and clean these off because they're a little dusty and it's been a while since I've cleaned them, and it always looks nicer in the dark when they're really reflective. And I do think personally there's a lot of people that say cymbals sound better with dirt on them, blah blah blah, but I think they sound brighter and they cut through more, which is, I think, really important when you're playing a live set. You want them to be cutting through all the guitar noise. If they're all in the same frequency, you can't really do anything. And if it's different than if you had if you were recording it, because you could kind of EQ it to make pockets for different things. But for live, there's just like, that's just how the sound is coming off of it, and you can't EQ the sound to your ear, right? You can do it obviously through the PA, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be like up on the place that we're playing has a stage, but apparently they're doing like it on the floor. I'm not sure why. I guess it's for like the vibe of being real close, and it's not like, oh, the band's way up there, because it's it's just local bands. Yeah, so I gotta do some cleaning, then I'm gonna pack everything up and not put it in my car, but kind of see if it's gonna all fit is really the question. All right, doing some cleaning of the cymbals. Did that one already, but I figured I'd show you what I like to do. I like to use this stuff. For right now it's a full bore, but usually I actually water it down because it's not needed, but I don't really have another container to transfer it in. But anyways, so I take an old toothbrush, I just dip it in there, get working around, sort of just make sure you get it all spread out. And then after you get it all completely covered, that's when I like to let it sit for a bit, maybe like a minute or so. And then after that, then they say to rinse it off, like in a sink, which I used to do, but I can't really do that here. Don't have a sink big enough. to fit a cymbal in and rinse it off properly. So what I'm doing is taking a damp cloth and wiping it off, and then taking another dry cloth and wiping that off, just to make sure we get everything off. So let's see how it looks after. Alright, so now I'm gonna just wiped it off, so I'm gonna dry it off. What I like to do is just do a buffing motion, just in circles until you stop seeing the streaks. I'm not too worried about getting all of it off. There's like nicks on the edge if you look. Yeah, there, like stuff like that. But that's just kind of wear on the cymbal. So aside from like actually buffing it, you're not gonna get that off. But I think what I really care about is making sure the sound is bright and that it's nice and reflective. As you can see, I'm gonna do both sides. So that's kind of what it looked like before and after. Much more shiny. Alright, so decided to try it again after I showed you. Here's what I'm gonna do this side and leave that side as is and see if we can tell a difference. Alrighty, here's the before and after. It's not as big in the video, but if you watch the light, you can really see how the reflective is different. And if we pull this off, you can probably see even more. Yeah. You can see there pretty good. So it's taking a good amount off, making it nice and shiny.